What's up, YouTube world? I know, been MIA, long time no see. 2 months seems like 2 years, but I am back with my traditional about a year ago tag. So we're gonna jump right in. Y'all, it's been a humdinger of a freaking year. I'm not even gonna lie. It's not that it's been bad, because good stuff has happened, but as far as my emotions are concerned, I should be on the curb by the dock drinking a whiskey about to fall over the cliff, because I'm just like, I can't get no understanding. I can't get no understanding, but you know, to God be the glory. I'm still here and I'm blessed. So let's just jump right in. I always forget the first set of questions, so Jesus, God, be with me. First category, biggest accomplishment of 2018, and that would be, honestly, I transitioned jobs. I got a job in my field as a video editor, and it involves ministry, and that's something that I wasn't thinking about doing it, but I was glad to be able to do it. And so anything that is God-centered in my life, that's amazing. So biggest accomplishment would be that, getting a new job, and of course it's increased financially, and it's just been great. Getting the job itself was great, but doing the job is kind of stressful, but we're not going to get into that. And so moving forward, and then my second biggest accomplishment would be that I got all good grades. Like I just expressed, I got a new job, and that job is far more demanding than my old job. And so having to do that and balance between school has been what seems like a nightmare, to be honest. And I got all good grades. I got A's and B's, and I was not expecting that. But I'm telling you, the favor of God is on my life, because it was a really rough semester. And I know that I haven't updated you guys on Diary of an Art Major yet, but just be patient with me. I will get to that soon, because I digress. So yeah, so those are my biggest two accomplishments. And even though it includes me, but it kind of don't. But we moved. We got a brand new house. So I am no longer having to do a 30-minute commute to work and school, because we moved, we're local, and that's been great. I love my house, I love my room. It's been wonderful for the family. I want to say that's it for biggest accomplishments, so I think I'm ready to move on to the next category. Next category is best memory of the year. Sips tea. I lied. I don't even know where to go with this, to be honest. I can't think back that far right now, to be honest. In Pennsylvania, snowing heavy. Who's at the train? Hey, Brian. About to get some goodies, because I'm hungry. Ooh, it's cold out here. It's brick. I ain't got no type of snow. Listen, I got it. Barely. Out here. But she always ready. Mama, we made it. Yes, let's do it again. This girl is crazy. You better praise him. My boy. Hell. I need the hard copy. Lord, hallelujah. Turn to your senses. Yeah, You can't have the
Come on.
You can't just stream it. You gotta have the hard cotton, hot, raw and unfiltered. Ow, ow. Yes.
And prosperity. It's a new season, and it's coming when I end it.
Happy birthday to you. Blow out the candles.
Would be my brother coming down for the holidays. If you don't know, I have a another older brother that lives in New York, and so he came and we surprised my family for Christmas, and he came and spent some time with me. Here's a few clips of that. Got him. Does your dad know? Let's go get dad. Come on. Look, man, get down. Shh, quiet, y'all. Shh. Oh my God. Shh. Surprise! Merry Christmas! Oh my God. Are y'all done? Are you done? Are y'all done? Are y'all done? Like,
it's ladies' night and we're feeling right. My sis look like she goes dancing. Girl got the 80s pants with the platform boots because it's ladies' night and she's feeling right. So woo!
You like that? You like this? Does that
I don't
make
like
you feel
it.
good?
Do you like
Does
this?
that make you feel good?
Does
you
this
like
make you
it?
feel
How do you
good?
like it? How do you like it?
Stop touching me.
Right. Now you stop.
But I didn't do that to you all trip. I just did it the first time.
Well, don't
touch
now.
me.
See?
Get away from me.
See?
it's shit? It's shit?
But it's
It's
different.
shit?
Calm down, partner.
How? You all do the same thing. You're all annoying. Oh.
Thirsty, partner?
Joke's on you. And so yeah, we just had a phenomenal time. He was everything that I needed at that moment because I had been super stressed out between personal things and work, and he was just the perfect Christmas gift. Another best memory, it also includes him. We went to go see him in New York when he graduated from high school. That was a good memory. And we had a great time. We were just glad to be there to support and everything like that. That's really it for best memories. Biggest obstacle of 2018. The biggest obstacle of 2018 was balance. I felt like this whole year my life had no balance. I knew where I wanted to go. I know what I wanted to have. Everything has just been up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like there's only like very few pieces of my life that are stable. And even though they're stable and set in place, they're up and down. And so that was the hardest thing for me, is just balance. And when you're unbalanced, your emotions are unbalanced. Your thoughts are unbalanced. Your thought pattern is unbalanced. And when those things are unbalanced, you're not balanced as a person. Spiritually, I got unbalanced. That's a whole nother story. Don't worry, I got you. But yeah, balance was the obstacle. And just being, it's almost like being on a, what you call it? A teeter-tot. You know, you go up and down, up and down, up and down. Eventually you get tired of that. And like, you're just like, whoa, I just want to stay up or down. But, you know, in reality, you want to be up. But what I'm saying is, you know, you want that equilibrium. You want that balance. You don't want stuff to be up in the air, confusing, frustrating. I can't deal. So that has been the hardest thing for me this year, is balance. So next category is top 5 beauty products of the year. To be honest, I haven't bought a whole lot of makeup this year. I don't know if I'm just scaling back because I'm not making as many YouTube videos, which makes sense, save your coins, and I don't beat my face that often because I don't have time. But top 5 products for me would be the Mario Badescu setting spray. I love it. Freaking amazing. I love it, love it, love it. It's inexpensive. Number 2, it gets the job done. It's the best setting spray ever. Like, it kind of replaced my NYX Dewy setting spray, unfortunately, so sips tea. Next would be my Morphe palette, my Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, the very first one that she made. I've been loving it. It's such a universal palette. I can do warm tone, cool tone, fun and vibrant, so I really love that. Another thing, let's see, that I've been loving is the MAC Studio 24-hour wear concealer. Like, that is my go-to. That's the only thing I wear. Call me bougie if you want to. It kind of replaced my LA Girl Pro concealer because I use that more, but LA Girl will always be bae. But that's what I use now, and I love it. So I think that's 3 that I gave. Another one would be Kiss Lashes. I really love Kiss Lashes. So the So Wispy number 8s. Those my joints. I got them on tonight. And then the Demi Wispies by Kiss. So those are my favorite lashes now. I don't know why. I was at Beauty World. Shout out to all the Beauty World shoppers. And I happened to pick them up one day. And I was like, let me try them out. And so I love them. Inexpensive. I love them. So yeah. I'm always about a bargain and a deal. So yeah. Another one I would say would be the LA Girl Pro foundation. And I use that, like, I want to say from spring until mid-winter to springish to early summer. Then I switched out, but that foundation has been giving me life. Again, something really inexpensive and affordable, and I love it. And so yeah, I'm not into a whole lot of bougie products these days because I just don't see the need in spending that much money on makeup that I'm not going to wear that often. So I tend to spend less money on makeup. I mean, it costs a lot as a whole, but like I'm spending less on certain products and things like that. So I think that's 5. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to the next category. Regrets of 2018. Yeah, that's all I have to say about regrets for 2018. Most embarrassing moment of 2018. I don't know. Sips tea. I don't know. Oh, this one. So one embarrassing moment that I have is, it's not really embarrassing. It's kind of tragic actually. I fell down the stairs, and it was like 6 a.m. and I was getting ready to go to church or whatever, and I had stayed up late the night before. Long story short, I was on my way downstairs and I was awake. It's not like I was half asleep or anything. Next thing I know, I missed the last 2 steps and I was on my back, and I was just like, oh, well, service is canceled for me. And I was like, well, guys, I'm not gonna be there today because I literally just fell on my back and it hurts and it's in shambles. So yeah, I guess that's the most embarrassing thing, even though nobody really saw it because it was 6 a.m. in the morning and all they heard was a loud thud, and I was like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm just like, yeah, I'm alive, but my back is in shambles. And I broke down crying. I had a whole mental breakdown about it because, anyway, that's a long story. So yeah, I fell on my back, hurt my back. It's good now, we good now. But yeah, that's really all I could think of for embarrassing moments. Yeah. Lessons learned in 2018 is the next category. Matter of fact, me and my friend had a conversation about this the other day. Let me just pull that up because I can't think about it right now because I'm supposed to be somewhere. Alright, so my top 3 lessons of the year is, I'm defined by what God says about me, not what others think, say, or feel. Number 2, whatever situation I'm facing, I cannot afford to go through it without my faith, praise, and prayer. Number 3, my needs are just as important as everyone else's. So number 1, I feel like I've gotten into a lot of situations where I felt like I always had to battle with what people think of me or how people define me, because I don't see, for the most part, I'm very like-minded. I can see things the way other people sees them, but sometimes I just be like, what? And so like I would let people make me feel bad about how I think and how I see things, and that, you know, just having your own mind, there's nothing wrong with that. Seeing it differently is nothing wrong with that. And I feel like sometimes people will try to like back you into a box or make you feel like everything they say is right, or how they do things is right. And I'm just like, some stuff just, it don't feel right to you. Everybody is different. You know what I'm saying? And so I am very like-minded, but I am also very different as well. Like, I see things for what it is. I'm not trying to make it deep or whatever. So that's really it. So if you feel some type of way about me because I do this, that, and the third, then so be it, because at the end of the day, I know where my relationship with God stands. I know where I stand with God. I know where the important people in my life know where I stand when it comes to God and my faith and how I act. So I don't feel the need to always have to explain and express or feel bad about people not agreeing with what I do. And there's not like a lot of opposition in my life, but I have let myself mentally feel like I can't be who I want to be because of someone else's thoughts, and we're not doing that. Moving on. So lesson 2 was whatever situation I'm going through, I cannot afford to go through it without faith, praise, prayer. So I was in the middle of a transition and I literally saw no way out of it. I felt like the walls were caving in on me. And I'm a pretty optimistic person, and I'm a faith fighter. My mom will always tell me, you're so strong. When I was going through this transition, she was like, this is the weakest I've ever seen you. And literally because I decided to put my trust in man, and that's where I screwed up. I put my trust was dependent, well, I could not trust man, but I was not depending on God to turn the situation around. So I gave up hope on everything. I stopped praying. I wasn't reading my devotional. I wasn't listening to gospel music on the regular. I wasn't attending, like, not that I was skipping church. I was into church, but I wasn't like listening to the messages. The messages wasn't hitting home for me. And I was in a place where I was just like, what is the point? What really is the freaking point of anything right now? Because it seems like I'm not going to get the deliverance that I need. I'm not going to get out of this situation. That's what it felt like. And I mean, it was like a lot of situations in one, to be honest. But yeah, so recently, I had to get a grip and be like, you know what? Why is it that I've been through so much in my life and I've never felt this low before in my faith? And I felt like a big piece of it was because I felt like my outlet that I normally would go to was consumed by my issues. That's a good way to word it. So I really felt like there was no way, no place for me to get relief like I wanted to. And then I just really had to shake myself, and I had to say, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for everything that I'm doing and everything going on, but I got to take care of my spiritual needs first and foremost. And I had to get back to a place of, building myself up spiritually and not allowing myself to literally go down the drain. I wouldn't say I was turning to the world to get what I needed, but I wasn't running back to God to get what I truly needed. And when I say running to the world, like, I use like secular music to cope with my pain. Like, I was listening to music that resonated with the pain that I felt. And creatives tend to do that a lot. We're very emotional beings, so we'll go to music. And because I'm saved, praise God, I didn't go to like alcohol and all that other stuff. So like, music was really all I had. And so even sometimes it's not healthy to just fill yourself up with secular music like that, especially if it's not speaking positivity in your situation, but it's speaking against it. And it wasn't like bad music or anything like that, but I was too weak in my faith for me to handle that, to listen to that and let that replace, the word and devotionals and all that good stuff. Like, I stopped getting up early to pray and read my devotional, and I wasn't, whatever. I wasn't following my daily regimen, prayer life walk thing that I had set up. Well, all that went down the drain, and I realized that I'm jacked up right now because I stopped taking care of my spiritual maintenance because I was just so afraid that wouldn't even help, because I distrusted man, but I didn't depend on God to come through for me, if that makes sense. So long story short, I learned that I don't care what it is. Whatever you go through, you have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for yourself. You have to fight for your faith. And that's where I was. I needed to fight for myself. I needed to fight for my faith because nobody was going to pull me out of the hole that I was in. Only God could do it. And so I had to turn back to him. Run back to him immediately to get out of that situation or to get out of that funk. So, and then when you get out of that funk and you change your perspective, then you're able to go through. Not that it won't be hard, but perspective is everything when you're trying to get out of something. And I touched on that in my I Struggle Too video a while ago about perspective and pain and all that. And I was just like, sis, I should have been listening to myself. That was a precursor for what I was getting ready to go through, and I didn't even know it. Okay. So if you check out that video and watch this video, you'll be like, dang, yeah, you really did need that advice. So, but yeah, moving on. And the very last thing was, my needs are just as important as everyone else's. I feel like I always put everybody's needs before my own. Like, whatever you need from me, even if it hurts me, I'll agree to it. And that sucks. And I'm like, I hate to feel or be selfish, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, some stuff I'm just not, I can't, I'm sorry. Because like, why would I keep, you know, allowing myself to get the short end of the stick thing? I'm just like, nah, I can't do that no more. And like, even with that, like, I want to be there for people, I want to do what I can for people, but sometimes I realize like I just can't do it. If it's causing me to be burnt out emotionally, I can't do it. And you know, only your needs are being met. I could see if it was a 50-50 thing and, you know, whatever, we were just whatever, but like, you not even meeting my needs, so why am I always meeting your needs? So yeah, my needs are just as important, and that goes for anything, family, work, relationships, whatever it is that's taking, you know, time from you. You gotta reclaim some of that time and be like, you know what, I need this time for me, sis. Like, okay, like, this is like, you know, at this point I'm shutting the cell phone off. At this point I can't respond to text messages. At this point I'm not gonna be on social media. You gotta do what's best for you. You gotta put sometimes you have to be selfish, put your needs before others. And don't be afraid how they'll react, because that's my biggest thing. I'm just like, oh, well, if I do this, it'll make them feel some type of way. But sometimes it's either you or them, and that's a hard decision to make in certain cases. But you know, your sanity, your emotional health, your well-being is just as important as theirs. And yeah, so those are my lessons of 2018. And usually I feel like in all these the videos that I've done, I've always talked about my goals, and I don't have a whole lot of goals. I just want to be happy and healthy. And I said that the year before last. Stack my money, okay. I do want to travel a little bit more, okay. Travel, stack my money, stay consistent in my walk with God, no matter how tough things get. Spend more time with my family, you know, my brothers and everything like that. Continue to make good grades and look like a snack all year. That's all we got planned. But yeah, so and just getting that ultimate balance, because it's only been the first month of the year and I still feel like I don't have any balance, but I'm working toward it, and that's progress. And I'm getting back to my happy place, and YouTube is one of my happy places, and I had shut that down because I was so busy and just emotionally up and down that I couldn't really focus on it. So I'm coming back to you guys. Hugs. So yeah, that's really all my goals for this year, and that's pretty much, you know, that's pretty much it for this about a year ago tag. I have so much to update you guys on, like so much. So hopefully we can successfully do that in 2019. I miss you guys so much. And so yeah, I hope to catch you guys in the next video. Like I said, I pray to be more consistent, and please continue to keep me lifted in prayer. And like I said, this year hasn't been all bad. There's been a special glow about me since everything happened. People see me in a, not, when they see me, they see grace. They see a magnitude of favor. They see all these great things. So I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through, to be honest. But just to know that I exude such a presence, even in my turmoil, even in my ups and downs, that I still, you know, carry that presence or exude that grace. It's not easy, and I'm getting back to it. I'm getting myself back together because I need to. But yeah, so I need to be on my A game, okay? So yeah, yeah, that's all I got, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Love you all so much. Thanks for tuning in.